Ladies and gentlemen, family, friends, supporters, dignitaries, fellow West Virginians, today I stand before you with humility and gratitude. I'm honored by the trust you've placed in me to serve as the governor of the great state of West Virginia. To the people who braved the cold here, hang in there, this is going to be a wonderful celebration. To my family, who has supported me through thick and thin, my daughter Julia, her husband George, to my amazing wife and our First Lady, Denise. And to my friends and colleagues who have shared this journey with me, thank you. We're honored to be joined today by three of our former governors. Governor Earl Ray Tomblin, Governor Joe Manchin III, and Governor Jim Justice. Thank you. We're grateful for your service. Taking the oath of office, it's more than a ceremonial gesture. It's a promise. It's a promise to fight every day to help West Virginia reach her potential. Today is the dawn of a new era, a symbolic new start for our state. Today, we set our sights on something truly great, a future where West Virginia is thriving in that shining state in the mountains. And make no mistake about it, every West Virginian will have an important role to play in building this amazing and prosperous state. Now, West Virginia is facing some real challenges that need to be addressed. The DC elites, the news, media, Hollywood, they all look down on us. They don't think we can overcome our challenges. They don't think we can succeed. They don't want us to succeed. They stand in our way. I have a message for them. We're going to prove you wrong. We all know that our best days are ahead of us. No longer will we be content to watch other states pass us by. We're going to lead. United, we'll achieve big goals. And we won't be their punching bag anymore. Through grit, faith, and determination, we're going to rise together and we're going to seize the moment. As a team, West Virginia will win. And I have to say, I saw the new football coach here, Rich Rod. Rich Rod, I hope your team comes with a hard edge. It's time for WVU to win. I can't help but think about how unlikely this journey has been. I grew up in a working class family. My dad was a World War II veteran. He worked for a steel company. My mom was a dedicated VA nurse for 38 years. She told me some amazing stories of how she used to take care of the boys coming home from Vietnam. That never left me. Both my mom and dad, they taught me the value of hard work, of integrity, and never being entitled to anything. My parents knew what it meant to put in a hard day's work, to overcome challenges, and to sacrifice to give their kids a better life. I wouldn't be here without the values they instilled in me. Thank you, Mom and Dad in heaven. Now, we didn't have much money growing up, but we did have faith. We had faith that through hard work and perseverance, we could achieve so much. I was the first in my family to graduate from college and from law school. I fought through some tough times, nearly endured bankruptcy, but I bore down, worked, and kept going. Now that doesn't make me special, because that's no different than what hard-working West Virginians do every single day. The values my parents instilled in me are at the heart of why I choose public service. I know what it's like to worry about paying bills or struggling with debt. I know what it's like to work hard and still feel like you're struggling to get ahead. That's why I'm committed to serving every single one of you. No matter where you're from, what you believe, what challenges you face, or whether or not you voted for me, I understand the dignity that comes from hard work, because I've seen it up close, and I know what it can do to mold one's character. To every West Virginia out there today, know this: I see you, I hear you, and I'm in this fight with you. I want to restore your freedoms. We're going to take a bulldozer to the barriers of government that hold you back. We're going to get big things done. Now, West Virginia's story, it's one of resilience and perseverance. From early settlers who carved out homes in rugged mountains, to miners and steelworkers who fueled the Industrial Revolution. Our people, we know this, they've never backed down from a challenge. We're a state forged from the Civil War and the fires of adversity, shaped by generations of mountaineers who believed in the promise of a better tomorrow. Our mountains serve as silent witnesses to this legacy. They've given us the rise of the bustling coal towns, the construction of vital railways, and the determination of countless West Virginians who work together to build lives of dignity and purpose. We honor that legacy today. The same tenacity that sparked our rise as an energy and industrial powerhouse will drive our leadership in advanced manufacturing, technology, and innovation. And just as our ancestors laid the tracks that connected our state to the nation, we'll lay the groundwork for a future built on high-speed broadband, modern infrastructure, and cutting-edge technology, and we will leave no West Virginian behind. God has blessed us. He really has. With gorgeous mountains, natural beauty, and abundant resources. Quite frankly, in a way unlike any other state. We are America's energy state. And my administration, we're going to leverage those resources like you've never seen before. And that means partnering with President Donald J. Trump. If ever there was an honorary West Virginian, it should be Donald Trump. The next chapter of our story will be marked by competing with every state we touch and states all across America It begins, as I'm fond of saying, and Coach Rich Rod, you hear this, it begins as we launch an economic backyard brawl. It's time for West Virginia to become a national leader in economic growth and job creation. Our strategy? Well, it's clear and bold. We'll simplify our outdated tax code. We're going to cut the state income tax, and we're going to make it lower than any state that we touch. Woo! We're going to put more money back in your pockets. We're going to streamline government, cutting the red tape that chokes small businesses and deters investment. Our plan will make West Virginia the freest, most dynamic state in the nation. When businesses look for a place to grow, they're going to see incredible opportunities here in West Virginia. Now let's talk a little more about the backyard brawl. Many of you followed the last couple of years know I'm fond of saying this. This economic revival, though, it's more than just cutting taxes and red tape. It's about unleashing the full potential of our people and engaging in spirited competition every day. Virginia, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Kentucky, we're coming for you economically. Our path to prosperity starts by making West Virginia the easiest state in America to start and grow a business. We'll work with all West Virginians and Americans who want to call the Mountain State home, so we can showcase our workforce, our resources, and our values. Now let's speak plainly. The old way of doing business is over. We can't just throw money at our problems. We're going to fix the underlying challenges we have, causing us to be ranked 48th, 49th, and 50th in key economic categories. Today begins the hard work of fixing the fundamentals that have held us back. We'll move quickly. We will rise. We will rise. And we're not just going to compete, we're going to win. We're going to win. And speaking of winning, West Virginia's coal and natural gas industries, they're going to win like never before in our new economy. And that's because America's energy independence, it begins right here in West Virginia. Our fight for prosperity, that's a fight worth having. It's our brawl for our future, and it's one we are going to win. Now, there are many fights worth having here in West Virginia. One of them is the drug crisis. No challenge has been greater, or quite frankly, more personal for me than the fight against the opioid epidemic. As your Attorney General, I fought to hold those responsible accountable. We've done a lot of good things. We're making progress. But let's be clear, this fight is far from over. The drug crisis, it's touched every corner of our state. We've all seen it, the toll it takes on our friends, our families, and our communities. It's a crisis that doesn't discriminate by age, race, income, or zip code. As governor, I'll continue attacking this plague. We can simply not allow another generation to fall prey to senseless death. We will not let our neighbors fight this alone. Education. In my administration, we'll put education first and invest in our kids and our parents. A world-class education system, we all know that's the cornerstone of a prosperous state. Our education initiatives, they'll empower parents, support teachers, and ensure that every child has access to the tools they need to succeed. We'll expand the Hope Scholarship, putting more control in the hands of parents to choose the best educational path for their children. Families are going to be able to meet their child's unique needs, assuring every child has the chance to thrive. We will leave no one behind. We're going to prioritize learning the basics, like reading, writing, phonics, and math. But we're also going to embrace 21st century skills in STEM, coding, and digital literacy. But education isn't one size fits all. That's why we'll expand VOTEC training, providing pathways for students to explore careers in the trades, the apprenticeships, and technical fields. West Virginians deserve good-paying jobs. Under my administration, you can succeed even without a four-year degree. We'll honor the dignity of working with your hands, celebrating the craftsmen, builders, and skilled tradesmen who help our communities thrive. Thank you. Our kids, they're going to have many opportunities to soar. They are going to soar. But it does start with our teachers. Quality teachers are foundational to a child's success. I remember being inspired by teachers that used to encourage me to just continually read one history book after another. We want our kids to have that passion, and we know the teachers are going to help provide that for them. They'll be that spark. We'll make sure West Virginia's teachers, they're going to get paid competitively with those in neighboring states. If we want to attract and retain the best educators, we must reward their commitment and their excellence. We'll cut through the bureaucracy that burdens our classrooms. Our teachers, well, they'll be able to spend more time teaching and less time tangled in red tape. We'll work to ensure that money follows the child, not just the system. This will empower parents and create better opportunities for students. We'll teach our kids civics, and we will eliminate the woke virus from the schools. And that means starting now, there will be no more DEI. No more radical agendas, no more brainwashing, no more confusion about the differences between boys and girls. Under my administration, West Virginia schools will be for learning, not social experiments. And if there's one thing I want you to remember from my remarks today, it's this: we're going to get government out of your way. Look, West Virginians deserve a government that works for them, not the other way around. That's why we're launching West Virginia's version of DOGE, a dedicated program to drive out government excess and government overreach. We'll perform audits to ensure that taxpayer dollars are spent wisely and efficiently. When it comes to accountability, we won't just talk, we will deliver. Government waste isn't just a drain on our finances, it's a betrayal of the trust that taxpayers place in their leaders. West Virginians work far too hard to see their resources, their hard-earned money, squandered on inefficiency and bureaucracy. That's why my administration will launch an aggressive effort to root out waste in every corner of government. We'll repurpose government to ensure it meets the needs of our citizens now and forevermore. If a program isn't working, we'll end it. If it's duplicative, we'll consolidate it. And if it's wasteful, it is gone. We'll make state government leaner, but more functional. We'll take on the tough challenges, and that includes fixing foster care and looking after our most vulnerable kids. My vision for West Virginia is straightforward. We will be the best place to live, work, and play in America. We'll be a more free state, a state on the rise, a state growing its population and workforce. And we'll accomplish this while advancing our West Virginia conservative values. Keeping our communities safe, one of the huge draws of West Virginia. We must continue that. Protecting the dignity of life. Defending our Second Amendment. And being America's most pro-family state. My fellow West Virginians, we are in this together. And no matter where you're from, the Eastern Panhandle, the Northern Panhandle, right here in Charleston, Southern Coalfields, or anywhere across our state, we are all on Team West Virginia now. Today, I'm calling on all of us to put aside our differences and unite for the greater good. Every person here, or every person watching, has a role to play in building the future that we and our entire state deserves. Together, we're going to make West Virginia a beacon of opportunity, of hope, and prosperity for all. Our path forward is clear. It's a path paved with hard work and bold action. Now, we'll have some big challenges and economic obstacles in front of us, but we will overcome them. And as we overcome them, we will make West Virginia that shining state in the mountains. This is our moment to rise, to dream bigger, to achieve more. We've seen tough times before, and as a state, we've always come out of it stronger. Our story, it's still being written, and every West Virginian will play a role in shaping the next chapter. So let's be bold, let's be courageous, and let's move forward together. I promise you this, I'll never stop fighting for you, for our families, and for West Virginia's future. Our state's going to stand as an example for the rest of the nation. We are going to rise. And once again, we will be that shining state in the mountains. thank you all for coming today. I'm humbled to be your governor. May God bless you. May God bless West Virginia. May God bless the United States of America, and keep the faith, West Virginia. We're coming.